essence of Buddhist practice. Okay, we have many forms today, but whatever you do, you must remember these three, the three forms of Buddhist practice, which the Buddha always talks about. What is it about? Body, this one you must look after. Speech and what? Your mind. Okay, Buddhist practice must look after these three. Whatever you do, okay, whatever tradition you come from, Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, okay, because teachers have developed different techniques. Alright, there's no point discussing and say which one is better or whatever. I think it's a waste of time. Okay? Because the forms will change. Today there are thousands of different ways of doing things. As long as body, speech, you keep controlled by your 5 precepts. The practice of Dharma. Okay? Mind, which I won't have time, but I'll just quickly say of meditation. And for meditation, the Buddha talks about 2 types. One is called concentration, learning how to focus your breath. These are all the different words. Concentration, focus, mindfulness. Okay, another one is called what? Insight. Okay. Any good truth, from that it's called looking at the truth. Okay. So whatever you do, my friends, the outer forms of the practice, whatever you do, okay, whether you're doing a bowing or whatever, if you're doing a bowing, what must your mind be? What must you be aware of? Are you doing this respectfully? Understand? Okay? You may give Dharma, the formal way of Dharma, there you kneel. In some Buddhist countries I go, it's so formalized, you know. Wow, you must dress white, all that. And some families are very classic, very nice. They got a very nice cushion, kneeling for you to kneel, very, very gracefully kneel, then the monk. All this is outer form, okay? But if you do this, the mind become more stingy, there's no use. Okay? Because why? The spirit here, this is where we didn't tackle this. Okay? So today's talk, just like to share with you that there are 2 levels of practice. Okay, one level of practice, I'm sure you know. Okay, there are many more to talk about it. No end. Different tradition has different formal practice. Alright? But don't forget that all these practices actually spring from where? From the essence of the Dharma. Okay, so whatever you do, make sure you don't lose sight of the Dharma. Okay? And of course, to conclude, when the Buddha was going to pass away, someone asked the Buddha, how to honor you when you die? Okay? You have been a great teacher. You spent 45 years of your life clarifying so many things, without which there will be no escape from the cycle of birth and death. When you're no longer around, how should we what? How should we thank you? How should we pay homage to you? Okay? And then, of course, the Buddha said, it is good if they are not around, the lay people like us support the Sangha members. Okay? Giving them the 4 gifts we call. What's the first gift? We always chant, food what? Food. Okay? Food. Rope later. Very good. Okay, food first. Okay, because food is basic. Alright? The Buddha said, make sure you support them with what? Food, allowable food. Only there's certain kind of food amongst the economy. Okay? Food, drinks at the allowable time. Okay, so in the time when the Buddha came, he only allowed the monks to eat breakfast and lunch. No dinner, no tea time, no supper, nothing. Okay? There's no need to do that. Okay? So support them with the food. The second one we what? Shelter. Third one is what you mentioned? Robes. We call basic requisites. Robes, medicine, okay? Old monk need a walking stick, slipper, all these are basic requisites. Do you give them the latest iPad or iPod? No. The old defunct Nokia that works good. Basic, okay? And then the last one, the Buddha said what? Respect. That's all you give them. Okay? Then the Buddha said, but better still. Okay? How do you really show gratitude for the Buddha and the teachers that come and teach you? The Buddha said, even if you can't afford to give all this, it's all right. What is the most important way to show respect and gratitude? What do? Practice the Dharma. That's all. Okay? The Buddha said, if students practice what teachers teach, that's the best gift you can ever give to your teacher. Okay? So on this note, I will have to end here. There's a sheet of paper going out. Minus 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll take questions. If you have questions, I'm sure you have some questions. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Okay, time for questions? Yes. You don't go to the temple, you don't give, you don't do puja, okay? Are you a bad Buddhist? What do you all think? You say, all say no. Because they also don't do Thank you, undergraduates are very smart. Huh? When you ask me, actually what is important is always looking at the essence. Right? If you keep your 5 precepts, okay? The reason is also why he doesn't do. Alright? If the person doesn't do because the person has time but is lazy, then I think you need to correct that. But the person is very busy. Alright? Okay? The person has no time, generally no time. Okay? I think that's alright. That's perfectly alright. But with one caveat, just one qualifying statement is that to be a Buddhist, actually I wanted to ask even the basic question, Buddhist practice, what's the meaning of Buddhist? Okay, because you must know what is Buddhist, okay? Now what is Buddhist? Like my teacher, Venerable Pak Ao Sayadaw, said to me, he said to me that you want to be a Buddhist, why? Okay, why do you want to be a Buddhist? The first time when I became his disciple, he just asked me one question, what do you want to be a Buddhist for? Then I say, be prosperous. Say, prosperous, no need. He said, go and find a banker. Then I said, go heaven. He said, heaven? Okay, no need to be Buddhist, just keep 5 precepts. Remember I told you? The Buddha said whether have religion, no religion, be morally upright, you go to heaven. Okay? And then he asked me, and I gave many different answers. And all was wrong. What to say you're not Buddhist? Then I asked him, I said, but Sayadaw, then what is this? Why be Buddhist? He said, you want to be Buddhist only under, you have, what do you want to achieve? Only one thing. And what is that? You want to get out from the cycle of birth and death. That's all. Okay? If you want to be born in heaven, okay, you stay there, you come back again. Huh? The Buddha said, divine beings can live for billions of years, they too must die. Okay? Occasionally you read the newspapers. You know what a supernova is? You know what a supernova is? A star that exists for maybe 400 million years, but sometimes in your lifetime you see, pom, the newspaper captured death of a star. Is it unrealistic to think that something that lives or exists for 400 million years just disappear? No, you will see this in your lifetime. Huh? People who capture images of stars in the universe that exist for millions of years and disappear. So gods, the Buddha said, they live for millions of told me that to be a Buddhist means you must have this desire. Alright, you tell yourself, I want to what? Get out of the cycle of birth and death. Today, Buddhists give two explanations. One is the formal concept of birth and death. Okay, birth of death means what? The Buddha talks about in his enlightenment that he saw there are 31 realms in the universe. Okay, that's the form. Okay. But the Buddha also in his lifetime spoke about another universe. The Buddha said there are two kinds of universes that exist. One kind of universe, the Buddha said, is out there. When you take the telescope, you look out there, my friends. That universe, the Buddha said, has no end. You cannot find the beginning, you cannot find the end. Okay, Stephen Hawking also discovered it. Okay, no end. Stephen Hawking wanted to find what lies or what is the beginning of the universe. I think recently there's this thing called the Higgs particle. Have you read? Okay, they found that if they can trace what is a Higgs particle, they can find the genesis, the starting point of the birth of the universes. Alright? The Buddha said, don't bother. Alright? Don't go and find all this. Because why, my friends? Not possible to find the starting point of the universe. Alright? Not the end of the universe. So the Buddha said there's this universe out there. Okay, the physical universe. Cannot end, In the Abhidharma, you read the Buddha say all this universe will collapse. They will suck into one point. Stay there for billions of years. Born again. Die again. Born again. Die, born again. Okay? No need for people to create. Understand? So the point is that universe cannot end. But there's another universe can end. You know what's the universe? Real. The universe of your mind. This one can end. Okay? That's why we practice meditation, to find the end of your internal universe. Okay? And the end of the universe is called what, my friends? There's another word for this. What is it called? Dukkha. Now if we off all the aircon, somebody lock us in. Now of course you can smile and all that. Lock here for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, no food. What happens? Dukkha. Suffering. Okay? So the Four Noble Truths and Dependent Origination, which I'm going to talk about this Sunday, if you like, you can come. Not here, but this place called Manjushri Secondary School. Alright? That is where the Buddha teaches us how to come to the end of the universe. Okay? This universe we have control over. Alright? That's the universe we must end. If you learn how to understand how phenomena exist in the mind, then the Buddha says, whatever happens, there is no suffering. Understand? Okay? Because you must manage this thing called, what's the cause of suffering? I think you all know. What is it? Craving. Okay, you must manage craving. You must manage desires. Not that desires are bad. Understand? You must know how to manage them. In simple management terms, we call them what, my friends? You must know how to handle expectations in life. Okay? Like when I was in NUS, I know I am the highest I can get is second over. If I aim for a first class honors, I'm going to suffer every day. Understand? And the Buddha says you will suffer because why, my friends? Craving and actual cannot match. Okay? The Buddha called that a prisoner. A prisoner is not someone who is locked inside four walls. A prisoner is one who is locked in the world of samsara of four worlds. Locked by this thing called craving. Okay? If you are now a man and you want to be a woman, that's what, my friend? That's a prison. If you think you can win some singing karaoke NTU competition, karaoke